Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's approximately 5 minutes past 7 in the morning. And why, you may ask, am I sat in my art room at an ungodly hour? It's because it's so hot this week, or has been so hot this week. I found that the only time, or the best time to get out and sit down and create is early, before the sun's fully up into the sky and beating down on the roof of the art shed. My air conditioner, I've discovered, actually only just blows the ambient temperature, or the ambient air around. It doesn't actually blow cold air. So yeah, that was a real good waste of money, wasn't it? Anyway, so so it's just gone 7. And I thought I would get out here this morning, do a project, and that way I can sit in the house where it's a lot cooler because we've got fans going in there, and the house, just seems to keep out the heat as well as keep the heat in better, if that makes any sense. And I can sit and edit on the kitchen table, and sit and chat to Mum and Dad and Ian while I'm editing, which is nice. But like I said, I can't film unless I actually come outside. So there we go. We're outside today. Do I need that glue? I do need that glue. But I'm still half asleep. This is my first coffee of the morning. So I'm pulling things out of my stash, going, do I need this? Do I need that? Do I need these? Do I need that? And I've got black gesso and don't need it, and I've got all sorts of other stuff and probably don't need it. But there you go. So I have an idea of what I want to do today. I want to do something with the colour teal, or with some kind of turquoise colour today, and I want creams. So that's what I've done. Is I've pulled out of my stash the distress paint, salvage patina. I've also got a pot of, I think this is called warm beige from Indigo Blue. It's part of their portrait colours, the colours that you use for painting faces. There's 7 in the range, but I think that's warm beige. And I've got a grey, as well as a clotted cream. So we'll go in kind of vintagey, muted kind of colours today. And those 3 colours with a pop of turquoise is going to look absolutely fabulous. Right, so before we do anything else, I've already glued down the next set of pages in my reclaimed old book journal. This is that Dick Francis journal, Second Wind, I believe the book was called, and that's exactly what this book has got, a second wind, because I'm now using it as a journal. So what I want to do, I've got some fresh water, grab a brush. I did have there it is. I thought so. I had a Dina Wakeler brush. So what I'm going to do, instead of gessoing, I'm going to paint and then wipe back, but it depends on whether or not it will soak in too much. See, I should have possibly gessoed first. And then I could have wiped back. Got a bit of water. There we go. You see, add a little quick water while it's still wet. And then you don't really need to. I want to try and keep the bit where you can see the words in the background. So just using watered down paint is probably a good idea. There we go. See, brain's starting to kick in now. The coffee's starting to work. Oh dear me. It's been absolutely, the weather's been great. It's been hot and lovely and sunny and beautiful, and we've been able to enjoy the garden, and Ian's been able to get his workshop built, which is right next door to mine. Don't know yet whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but like I said, the weather's been absolutely glorious here this week, and I don't really need to moan. It's just that, we're not used to it. We're really not used to it here in the UK. So yeah, Do forgive us if we actually get really boring, but then again, people in the UK are renowned. We're renowned for wittering on about the weather. Right, while this is still dry, I'm going to open this tub of this medium beige and just grab a smaller brush. I'm just going to take some of that paint from the lid, and we're just going to add just a little bit of variation into the background. A bit watered down. That's a bit better. I think maybe what I should have done is maybe... No, I'm happy with that actually, because what I can do is just grab a little bit of that cream again, clotted cream, and if it's too dark, I can just come back in while it's still a little bit wet and just tone that tone down, if you know what I mean. Bit of water because it's still a bit wet. So this is why I glue 5 or 6 pages down. That's better, because you can add a fair amount of water without worrying too much about wrinklage. I mean, you are going to get a bit of wrinklage. That's that's to be expected. Okay, right. What did I do with my heat gun? I'll be right back. All right, that feels like it's dry enough now. All right, so recently, over the last few days, I have been thinking about what I'm going to be doing next year. Whether I'm going to continue with the Mission Inspiration next year. Hold on, don't start panicking. 2026 is my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. So I'm thinking after 10 years, maybe it's time just to maybe do something different with the Mission Inspiration, or maybe just to have a rest. Or change it into something else. Haven't decided, don't know what I'm doing yet. Don't panic. You know, nothing's set in stone, as I always say. Right, so next thing to do here is I want to add some of that darker grey, which I haven't even opened yet. There we go. Just give that a shake. And then, I'm not even sure what colour that is. Well, I know it's grey, but I mean, I don't know what the name of the colour is. I do know it's an indigo blue colour. So it's either Welsh slate or something to do with elephants. I think. So let's just add some handwriting. Scripty handwriting in the background. Yeah, so I mean, 10 years is a long time to be doing something, and YouTube isn't what it was 10 years ago. Those of you that have been around for 10 years, that have been following me for a long time, Alina, you'll know what I'm talking about. You've been around, you've been following me for most of that 10 years time, and Amanda in America, to name but just a few, Wendy and Kim and all those that have stuck with me over the years, Judy and Angelica, you know, all those kind of people have been with me all those years. Eliane, Hanny, all that kind of stuff, all those people, all those beautiful people that have been around and stayed around. And because people come, people go, but a few people have stayed for the full duration of while I've been on YouTube. You know, which is great, but after 10 years, have I done everything? Have I shown you everything? You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. Is it time to do something different? Is it time to start again? For those that have only just, you know, it's just, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so visual triangles. I've just done the same on both sides, haven't I? What a numpty. Right, let's extend this one from the middle then. Where did that one come from? Was that up the top there? No. Oh dear me. Please release me, let me go. There we go. Let's bring that into the middle. And then at least it looks like it's traversed across the page, doesn't it? So we've at least got a little bit. We always bang on about visual triangles and letting the eye travel around the page and all that kind of stuff. But if you just want texture, then just go for it. Just go for it. All right, so there's that there. So yeah, I've also talked about doing some lives. Yes, lives. I know Dark Fairy, down south. Actually, not quite as far down south anymore because we've moved south. And some other people have expressed interest in doing live Zooms, which is brilliant. Because, like I said, we've got the technology to do that now. I just need to get a proper router for in here. I've got internet in here now, but it's fixed wired. It's hardwired. It's not wireless, and it's better to do it via wired connection, wireless connection. So anyway, there are reasons. Anyway, so yeah, been thinking about that a lot. So I've been getting ready for that. I just haven't worked out the Zoom technology. I can go live. That's not a problem. I can do that at the drop of a hat. But it's the Zoom technology of getting people together all in one place and being able to interact and chat and talk. That's the difficulty. So I said that I would sit in, or I've asked whether I can sit in on some of the Indigo Blue Zoom classes with Kay. And they've said, of course you can, not a problem. It's just that I haven't got one planned for a while. So yes, I'm gonna have to wait. All right, so this is, that's the handwriting stencil, if you're interested, which is on my website now to purchase. That's available now. This is a really old one I've rediscovered from a company. I'm not even sure whether their work were actually still in operation. Imagination Crafts here in the UK. I don't know whether they're even still going. So I do apologise. If you were looking or interested in this stencil, I can't, in all honesty, tell you whether they are still going or not. All right, so I'm going to use those fabulous 3 I suppose I ought to quickly look it up, hadn't I? Yeah, rediscovered this one when we were clearing out, or helping to clear out, Mum's craft room. So this was one of hers. And as I'm going through her stencil and stamp collection kind of thing, I thought, oh, I haven't seen that in a long time. And most of them were stencils and stamps and that kind of stuff I gave her anyway. So, yeah, so, you know, it's one of them. I could do with a different one. What we got? Oh, What have I got to hand? What have I got to hand? Let's have a look. Oh, dot game. That's always a good one. So let's add. Need some more paint. Yes. Let's do some of that up there. So I'm sat here thinking, yes, stencil away. And then I'm thinking to myself, oh, let's do some stamping. Let's do a bit of stamping. Shall we do some stamping in the background too? I think we are going to. My brain's telling me to do stamping. So let's do a bit of stamping. Right, so quickly, if anybody's got any suggestions for different stuff for next year, more journal making maybe, more art journaling, more 3D mixed media stuff, let me know. I'm just grabbing some stamps. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second. Oh, there we go. So these are my little solo stamps. Let's do the hexes. We like the hexes. It says looking around frantically for his ink. Oh, come on. How can it's only a small room. How can I lose my ink? There it is. You lose it because it's a small room. What a numpty. Right. So we're going to use the hexes. So these are the hexes. So hex crosses. This is a solo stamp. So this is also perfect size for ATCs. Because that's what it was designed for. Let's grab some ink. Right, this is Verse Claire Fallen Leaves. So this is a brown colour. And I don't want to just... I'm just adding texture everywhere. Not even stuck properly. I'm not stuck it down. I want that kind of loose. God, this chair. I promise I will do something with it. That's all right. We don't mind a bit of grunge. Do we? After 10 years, you should know the answer to that one already. Okay, so I like that a lot, but not enough turquoise. All right, let me just have a quick tidy up. And then we'll be back. All right, everything's dry on this side of the page now, but I decided that I think I want to repeat these heart motifs over on this side. So I'm going to grab some more of that paint. Should I flip them maybe? I don't think it's going to make any difference, is it? Just a bit lower down, about here. Halfway. I made the mistake of cleaning my sponge. Ugh, that's not going to work, is it? Right, I need to get this dry. And then I'll be back quickly to get all this stuff off. Made a mess there, didn't we? But that's okay. Nothing we can't recover from. Right, so now that I've cleaned and dried that up, using a different sponge. That's better. I'm going to go over it a second time just to reinforce it. A bit more painty. There we go. There we go. It kind of blocked out a bit more now, which is a bit more like what I wanted. Right. That's the thing with Tim Holtz paints, that you don't really get, Ranger paints. So Dina Wakeley, Diane Reevely, I don't know about Simon, and Tim. That's the thing. When you put more than one coat on, they go shiny. They've always done that. It's one of the reasons why I stopped using them. Right, okay, so I think we're ready for the focal image. So the focal image for me today is this fabulous chappie. So this image, that's why I wanted that blue in that background, just so that it popped against the crown. Absolutely love him or her. Such a cute image. Right, so I have a full range of crowned animals that are all these kind of colours, creams and neutrals, but with hints and pops of teal. This panda had a teal background that obviously I've cut off, but I've got 20 of these animals and I can't decide whether to release them as a paper pad or as a digi download. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to line up, see where the edge of that image is there, along with the bottom down here. And then when we see, it just sits really nicely against that colour. And there's like newspapery print in the background of the panda's face. So it just kind of seamlessly blends. And I've just made a mess on my page now. It's all right, it'll clean off. Let it dry first. There we go. Love that. Love him to bits. It's a gorgeous line in the set as well. But you'll have to wait to see them because I haven't had them printed. Or I haven't even decided what I'm going to do with them now. Right, so quote-wise, I've already printed off a quote to use. I couldn't decide whether to do a hand-printed one, a handwritten one like I did there, or whether to do a print. So I've decided to go with print because there's quite a lot. Well, it's a 3-line quote, but it would take a while to do, and it would, I think, it would block up this area here too much. So, but saying that, actually, I could probably, no. I was thinking maybe just printing it again, maybe making the text a bit bigger. But I think I'm just second guessing myself now. It's still too early in the morning. My brain's still not really kicked in yet. My brain is still asleep. My spirit is still in bed. Mind you, saying that, it's now 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, been at this a while. I know when all the edits are done, it's probably going to be about 20 minutes, but for the whole process for me, it's been a lot longer. Because that's what happens. whiff-aff. And every time I turn the camera off, I go off and do something else, then come back. All you're getting is the highlights. There we go. Yes, that's better. I'm going with the less is more today. It's saying that. Is how many stencils and stamps have I used? I could also add a bit of washi tape in the background, but I'm not gonna. But what I will do is I will get out my, if I can find them, I will get out the Stabilo all pencils. And we'll, yeah. Crown yourself with courage. Oh, this chair. I will do something about it today. I shall go find my hex nuts. Glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue. All right, let's see if we can find those Stabilo all pencils. Okay, so I have a Stabilo aquarellable all pencil in brown. Doesn't actually say the colour on it, but it's brown, and that one obviously is black. Black. All right, so what I'm going to do is just go around the edge with the pencil to about here, and then just add in some of that, and then activate that with a brush, and that creates that really nice kind of diffused shadow. Like so. And then what I'm going to do is just add a little bit on the edge of the page, just to add in a bit more grunge. Because, you know, you can't really have too much grunge. Just go around the edges. Excuse my tummy. And all we're doing is just creating a kind of like little frame that just makes your quote pop a little bit from the page. And because you can diffuse it a little bit, it's not quite so harsh, just like a drop shadow really. And the beauty of these pencils is if you think you've gone too hard, just wait, too dark, just wait until they're a bit dry, and then you can come back in with a little bit of water and you can just reactivate it again. and it'll just melt away. See what I mean? Just come back in with a little bit of water. And it just kind of blends away. And then similarly, if it goes away too much, you can always come back in and add a bit more. So because that paint's gone all plasticky, it's gone all kind of like funny at that end. I actually don't feel hurried at all today. Normally, over the past few weeks, I felt like I just wanted to come into the shed, do what I need to do, and then get out really quickly again because it's been too warm. But today, because I'm in early, I don't feel like I need to do that. I'm just adding in grunge. See what I mean about diffusing? So what I've done is I've just created corners, opposites, just to kind of create that little bit of a frame. And then I'm going to leave this one and this one, but just to add just a little bit more of that shadow down this side, just to make it look just a bit more ambiguous about where it ends. There we go. Yeah, I think that needs to be a bit darker down here. I like that. Okay, so splatter time. Where's the lid? There it is. Yeah, I think it's time just to add a few black splatters. You see, that's the reason. Even my half asleep state, I still want to add splatters. Right, have I got a splatter brush? I did, but I kind of ruined one this morning because I'd left it. Oh, that should be all right. There we go. A bit more water. Got a white t-shirt on as well. Can you believe it? All right, so where are we at? Black splatters. Let's get that dried. Oh, you may have noticed the squeakiness of the chair's gone. It's because I've swapped chairs. Alright, so I'm just looking at that now thinking it's still not finished. I do want to go around the box. So just to kind of like reinforce. There we go. That's better. And then I'm going to come down and just create a bit of a squiggly border, because that's just the way that we like to do things. Stop it there. And then across here. Look who's just walked in, everybody.
Hello everyone.
Good morning.
It's a lovely, lovely morning.
It's a bit misty, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's nice and cool.
Oh, he's brilliant.
You like him?
I love him. I love all of them, in fact.
Yes, because there are 20 of them, aren't there?
All different, yeah.
I'm just saying I can't decide whether to do them as a digi-download or print them as a book and a digi-download.
I think there's a book, because they're so lovely. You can frame them.
But there would only be A6.
Yeah, well, that's fine. What's the quote today?
Crown yourself with courage. Sit on the throne of your dreams and let no one else rule your kingdom.
Is that from a song?
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
Right, so what date is it today? Is it the 11th or the 12th today? I can't
12.
remember.
I'll have a quick look at my telephone speaking device. 12.
The 12th today. So the 12th of July 25, and it's now 8:45. 8:45 in the morning. So that's it, we're all done. All I have to do now is to get this thing edited and then up for you to watch it tonight. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this art journal page today. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and don't forget, tell me whether you prefer digi-download or paper, or both. I know what you're going to say, probably both. In the comments. Let me know in the comments. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create it today. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, because it really, really does help me and the channel get discovered by those that haven't yet found me. That was a long way of saying it, wasn't it?
Wasn't it?
It certainly was. Anyway, that's it for me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.